Hello, good evening. My name is Sandra Esenam Apeno and I'm here for business. Now, PricewaterhouseCoopers has assured staff of different heritage and premium banks who were sent home will be recalled. Workers were asked to go home ahead of their contract expiration on March 31 this year.
Affected by the temporary measure, those who were directly working at the branches being rationalized. We understand the defunct Heritage Bank had 8 branches and would now be left with 3. Defunct Premium Bank would be left with 1 branch at Ridge, as 4 of its branches are going down following the decision by the Consolidated Bank to rationalize their branches due to a new network that's been introduced. The Consolidated Bank, we understand, took the decision because it did not want the affected workers to be loitering around doing nothing, but then assures they would continue to enjoy their salaries even at home despite the expiration of their contracts on March 31, 2019. This has caused some staff to doubt the chances of being recalled, insisting it's a diplomatic way of sacking them. Well, for some industry watchers, it's just a matter of time in terms of taking a decision on whether the Consolidated Bank can indeed work with all the staff it has on its books as a result of merging all these institutions into one entity.
Exim Bank says all uncompleted projects under One District, One Factory initiative will be granted the needed fund to aid their completion. This follows concerns over delays in the construction of these projects since it was launched in 2017. CEO of the bank, Lawrence Sam, told Joy Business that the bank is on course to ensure prompt release of funds for the project to begin.
Lawrence Ajinsem revealed the bank has increased its initial approval of projects under the 1D, 1F from 13 to 71, and by the end of 2019, it hopes to scale the number up to about 100 under the One District, One Factory projects. Following a visit of the officials of the bank to many EDIF projects, now Exim Bank funded projects, the CEO is convinced 2019 looks promising because the footprint of the bank is all over the country.
As at August 2018, approvals total almost 771 has been approved by the board of Exim Bank. Actual disbursement by way of cash in terms of working capital and capital expenditure, CAPEX, total almost around 400 million. I've had the opportunity to also visit even the existing EDIF now Exim projects in the northern region.
The Exim Bank CEO also outlined projects aimed at supporting the rural poor and other rural sector-driven projects. According to him, apart from the funds used to support the 1D, 1F projects, the bank has come up with a project called Grassroots Initiative Development Project, which comprises 6 key areas.
We have done projects, what we in banking sector call them corporate banking type of projects. So you're doing projects ranging between $5 million, $10 million. But in 2019, we are going to go down more into the SMEs.
The Share Empowerment Initiative is expected to support the development of the share industry, while the Kente Development Project is expected to add a special touch to the development of the Kente fabric and to help open up the industry to the outside world. The others include the Youth in Greenhouse Enterprises project, where 100 greenhouses would be installed across the country to help solve some of the perennial challenges with vegetable production in the country, and the Mining Alternative Livelihoods project that will support the youth in the mining areas of the country to redirect their focus into the agricultural sector. Richard Kwejenya Akon, Joy News, Cape Coast.
To other stories now, Minister of Works and Housing Samuel Atachian has challenged local contractors to adhere to quality standards in the housing sector. This, according to him, will help government partner local contractors in the construction of affordable homes. He was speaking at the 10-year anniversary and launch of an affordable housing project by Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited in Accra.
There have been several calls for government to engage local contractors in all its initiatives, including the Affordable Housing Project, which is aimed at providing homes for ordinary Ghanaians. The current housing deficit stands at over 2 million units. According to the Minister for the sector, Samuel Atachia, government believes that Ghana has the best architects and contractors who can deliver the best projects for the country. Speaking to launch the 10 years anniversary and affordable project by the Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited in Accra, Mr. Atachia challenged the local players to ensure quality in their service.
The Ghanaians should never be associated with mediocrity. I want to stress that. There is nothing about Ghana which is average. It is a policy of this government that what the Ghanaian can do, we will not cede it to a foreigner. But if at the end of the day, the Ghanaian wants to do some good job and we give him the good job, and then you realize that the structure is not even 1 year old and it's leaking. And you could see that there are cracks at the walls. Then it is you who is telling us that you should be blacklisted and you are not worth your hire. So whatever we want to give to Ghanaians, we expect excellence.
Head of Corporate and Strategy at Forever Construction and Consultancy, Cecil Owusu-Addo, has been speaking with Joy Business about their commitment to partner government and other institutions to provide houses at cheaper rates for the ordinary Ghanaian.
So it's just like the minister said, it's around $16,000. There's a lot of cars in the market now, which is expensive than our property. So, but our property is self-financed, and you have to do it within a year. It's 30% and 20%, another 30 to 20. But if you can do this is where Royal House, Republic Bank, comes in, and they'll take the mortgage. At the moment, a lot of bankers are talking to us. Fidelity are talking to us, and Stanbic are talking to us.
The newly unveiled project is expected to be completed by the end of next year.
Meanwhile, government says it has begun negotiations for the construction of an affordable housing project known as the Ekufo-Addo Flats. Minister of Works and Housing Samuel Atachia said the project, a private sector-led, will have government take the homes on mortgage for public sector workers and individuals.
The collaboration is so serious, both international and local, or if you like, national companies who are interested in rolling out affordable housing. The tipping point is how the Ministry of Finance gives a very good guarantee that is agreeable to the developers. And they will bankroll the projects. Today, 3 o'clock, we are going to go and discuss the tenor of the guarantees. 3 o'clock today. And it's this year that we should see the Ekufo-Addo flats and the houses rolling out.
How affordable is it going to be?
Well, as we're talking now, the affordability is always a factor of a mortgage background. For instance, today, if it's 10,000 of a unit of a house, can you pay the money? Unless they give you a mortgage arrangement, which means that let's take some of your money every month and you use to service the mortgage installments. That is the serious point. But right now, as we are seeing it, some of the developers are moving from 25,000 to 35,000 ranges. And some want to go beyond that. But we always have to have a mix. Well, you have people who want to afford, can afford 35,000 United States dollar. We peg it in the dollar because of sometimes the problem of they saying that the monies they borrowed in investing in the housing, construction, were in dollar denominated. So it depends on what I see affordability, even if you understand the word, is the size of your pocket. But because the size of your pocket is challenged, then why don't you give him time, maybe 15 years, 20 years, through an instrumental understanding, and then the house is, paid off and he becomes the owner.
Time now to check out news making headline elsewhere in the world of business locally.
The Daily Graphic reports that the Accra High Court has slapped Men's Gold Ghana Limited with 8,000 Ghana cedi cost for the late filing of its defense in a case in which 53 soldiers have sued it for failing to pay back their investment, totaling 2.5 million Ghana cedis. Following Men's Gold's failure to file its defense within the stipulated time, the soldiers applied to the court for a default judgment. Effective today, March 1, 2019, airline companies using the Terminal 3 facility at the Kotoka International Airport will pay $5 per hour for using the counters at the facility. The new fee, which is known as the check-in counter fee, was disclosed in a letter which was sent by the Ghana Airport Company to the airline companies. The Registrar General, the official liquidator for defunct Diamond Microfinance Limited (DKM), has asked depositors to collect their payment from selected GCB Bank branches by May 31, 2019, or forfeit their monies. In a public notice, the liquidator said depositors who filed cases in court against DKM and wish to withdraw the case can also do so for renegotiations before the May 31 deadline.